See, obviously, everyone who's watching me, I preach what I practice, and I believe in practicing first and then preaching, because that is exactly that's how I feel, because that's what my husband told me, that's what my father-in-law told me, that if you want to tell someone to pray 2 rakat of nafil, make sure that at least you pray 4, the minimum, or 6 or 10, and that is when Allah will put weight in your dawah. When you talk to people, people will listen, because sometimes we all talk, but it's just going over our head. But if you want to touch people's heart, make sure that your connection with Allah is very, very powerful. So one thing that I tell people is that do not lose hope. Allah listens every single dua of everybody, even nafarma bardaron ki dua Allah sunta hai, which is His mercy. That is why we call Him Rahim and Kareem. But make sure that if Allah has given us so many things and an opportunity to live, so make sure that you please Allah, because eventually to Him is our return. Do not forget that one day we have to die, we have to get into our graves. There will be a day of judgment, and it doesn't matter what you think. When Quran says something, that's the end of it. It will not change. Society can become more modern, people around will get even more modern, everything will change, but Allah's words are not going to change till the day of Qiyamah. So make sure that you please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's impossible to please people, and आप जितने people pleaser बनोगे उतना ही you are going to fall back. So make sure that you are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most, and that is where your actual success is. Try to work out with your namaz. Make sure, because that's the only connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's when you are talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Try to recite Quran, because that's when Allah talks to you. Try and read at least 1 ya 2 ayat or a ruku if possible with translation, because for people like us jiske liye Arabic is not our first language, it's not about just reciting the Quran, it's about understanding what is the purpose of Quran. And when they say what is Quran, Quran is a way of life. So if you are not translating and understanding the meaning of Quran, it's going to be very difficult for you to understand what kind of life you're supposed to lead. So make sure that these things are on time, pray on time, because कहते हैं ना, when you pray late, आपका वो tick mark तो हो जाता है, okay, that you've prayed, but every namaz comes with a certain barakat. That happens only when you pray on time. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you have tawakkul. That is the most important thing, because I know times things are going to get difficult. You will think that there is nobody for you. But no, sometimes your parents are not going to be there for you, your spouses are not going to be there for you, your children will not be there for you, your best friends are not going to be there for you, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always and always with you. Like, sometimes when I cry a lot, I think, oh my God, my husband must be bored of seeing me crying. But when I pray namaz and I cry, I was like, Allah loves it. Allah will never be bored of my tears, never. People might take my tears for granted after a while, after a certain time. But Allah is always happy seeing you crying, seeing the love, because tear is only a form of love that you're expressing. There is no depression. Abhi bhi when I cried, it's not because of any sadness, but it was because of the mercy that Allah showed on me. And when I changed how, jab hum sunte, when we listen to hadith, that when you do tawbah, Allah comes with His open arms to welcome you, and that is what I saw. The first thing that my father-in-law told me when he met me was, Sana, when you're doing the tawbah, aap is cheez ki jo badla hai, वो आपको क़यामत के दिन ही पता चलेगा, बट उसकी जो बरकत है, you will see that in this dunya. And that day I got so emotional, but with every passing day I see the love that people has put in people's heart, Allah has put in people's heart, people who I don't know, people who I've never met, just like few calls that I've taken before, when people cry, it just makes me so emotional that this is Allah's wa'da, this is what Allah promised in Quran, and I see that happening. When you read Quran with translation, you will be able to connect those ayats with your life, with the situations in your life, and when you will see the change, you will see the ayats actually reflecting positively in your life, but it's just about concentrating. You will not see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in anything if you are not closer to Him. And the day you have a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will see, you will see Him everywhere, be it mountains, be it sky, be it His creation. And yeah, of course, also getting closer to Allah teaches you how to forgive, how to let go, to be a softer person. The whole race right now of everybody I meet, when they say is humanity is bigger than anything. We need to be good people first, good human first. And I realized that the day I became a better Muslim, I already became a better human, and I became a person who was more helpful, which I was not before. So of course, being on the right path has taught me a lot. It has given me, most importantly, sabr. I'm still working on it, to be very honest. Obviously, our iman is not going to be on the same level every day. I'm not going to be at the peak of my iman every day, but that is where you need to find your alternative. When people ask me, oh, how are you, consistent with what you do, with your namaz and with your surahs and everything, how do you do it? I said the fear of Jahannam and the love for Jannah makes me do that. I have decided that I want to go to Jannat. That is my decision. And after I decided that, obviously when you decide a certain destination, you know कि आपको करना क्या है to reach that destination. Like when I wanted to come to London, we knew what the process is, what the procedures are, and I did my best, so that I get my visa. So that's exactly what I want to do when I want Jannah. I want to do my best. I want to give my best. And we all know that nobody will go to Jannah because of their amal, but it's only and only because of Allah's mercy. So try and have a connection with Allah, that on the day of judgment, Allah has His mercy on you all. And you enter Jannah from any gate that you wish and have a life that you've always desired. There is going to be no aging, there is going to be no disease. You are just going to get beautiful every single day, and you are going to be at peace, the happiest. वो कहते हैं ना, I want to be happy forever. Dunya is not forever. You will never be happy forever here. The only place that you're going to be happy forever is Jannah, and that's the reality. So yes, I love talking about Jannat every time, because jab tak you will not know what will the reward be for you to be good in this dunya, how are you going to work for it? So जब तक हमें पता नहीं होता है कि इस पे मेहनत करने का रिजल्ट क्या है. So that is the reason why everyone talks about Jannah, is so that you know whatever you're sacrificing, this is what you're going to get. So yes, respect your parents, respect your people, respect people around, respect people in general. It's not just about your people, your religion. Sometimes, your mind doesn't work correct. Respect every human that's around you. Have good thoughts for them, be helpful, and of course be the best Muslim that you can, because people don't know what Islam is all about. Still, half of the world probably. It's your akhlaq, it's your nature, the way you talk, the way you help. People will know, oh, this is what Islam is, this is what Islam teaches, this is what Quran teaches. It definitely is a peace-loving, religion. So make sure that it reflects when you go out, reflects through your modesty, reflects through your thoughts, reflects through how you speak with people. So yeah, just make sure that you do everything. We all are going to have trial and error, and that is normal. That's basic. Uske andar aisa nahi hai that things don't go wrong when good people do it. There are a lot of people, high level people, jahan galtiyan ho jati hai, but the best one is the one that corrects herself or himself. So here we are correcting ourselves every day to have a better connection, have a better understanding. That's it. So I'll tell you, following Islam path is the easiest. It's just that it's we who think, and the shaitan makes us think that this is the toughest to do, and living the way people live in dunya is the easiest. But trust me, this is easier than that. I have saved so much of money, so much of time following Deen properly. So yes, I hope that you also experience the experience that I experienced. And today the major problem with all the youngsters is depression, because they're lost. They're all running behind the dunya, and eventually they're all lost. So have a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that you come out of it and you understand what life is. Please, if there is any problem, if there is any chota mota problem, please do not commit suicide. It's haram. I see a lot of young people giving their life for small matters. So make sure that you don't give up your life. It's very precious. It's once in a lifetime opportunity. So make sure that you take care of your body and your soul. आपको अल्लाह को अपनी बॉडी का जाके जवाब देना है. It is not what you created. Your body is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is supposed to go back to the owner. So do not harm yourself. Do not harm your body. Just keep praying and keep the entire ummah in your dua. We all know what is happening in the world. I don't have to say anything about it, but make sure that you all pray for everybody, the whole world, for peace, unity and love. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.